Good morning, this is Tom with the Tractor Rescue Ranch. This is my next little project here. This is a Ford 3000 and it belongs to one of the ranchers here in the area. It's actually the guy that I buy my weaned steers from every year so that I can raise them up and butcher them. But anyway, he asked me to work on this tractor. He brought it by for me. The power steering is not working, leaking oil here. Previously, that control box, that's the steering column you're looking at there, that control box was replaced previously. You can see it's not painted. But anyway, I guess he's still got a really bad leak, hydraulic leak, and so I'm going to have to tear this apart and see if I can't figure out why it's leaking and get it fixed for him. There's also a hydraulic leak, a bad hydraulic leak that's separate from the power steering section here. So anyway, I will show you what I find as I go, see what we can come up with here. Okay, here is an update. I pulled power steering line off coming from the power steering pump going up there, and there is no pressure there. So I pulled this reservoir off and just wanted to show you what I found. Doesn't look good. That filter's completely blown out, and so full of garbage down there on the bottom. The filter's completely blown apart. So I am going to go a little bit deeper in here, see if I can get the camera up in there. I'm going to pull that pump off, hoping that maybe it's just plugged up with some of this filter element that's laying all over. Hopefully there's nothing wrong with the pump itself, but I am going to go that far and see what happens from there. Okay, I've put a new filter in there and put oil in it, and I had this line coming from it loose, and the oil's coming out really good now, and the power steering still doesn't work. So what I found once things started happening with the oil, I don't know if you can see it, that right there is a breather, and that's just got oil gushing out of it. So what that's telling me at this point is that there's a seal down here that's gone bad, and it's allowing the oil to go down into the gearbox down here instead of doing its job. I'm thinking that's what's going on there, so I'm just going to have to pull things apart here and see what it looks like inside. Okay, got the steering box out of it. It gives you access down into the clutch, the throwout bearing and stuff. Anyway, that wasn't much fun. Lots of messing around to get that done. But I got it out sitting here on the bench now, so I will get it apart and see what I can see. Okay, I'm losing my light here. Sun's starting to go down. It's getting kind of dark in there, but I got this thing all apart. This control valve has been replaced, and everything in there looks fine. There's some thrust bearings on either side of it there, and I think everything's fine with it. But looking in here, there's the seal I don't know if you, hopefully you can see that on the camera. That sill is just all tore up, big time tore up. And in addition to that, there is the surface that the sill's running on. So you can imagine why the sill's tore up. Anyway, there's some needle bearings in there that started falling out. So I'm going to have to get a new sill, a new bearing, and it looks like a new shaft. I don't know how. I know sometimes you can clean them up and put a sleeve over them, but I'll have to just do some research and see what a new steering shaft is going to run. So that's where we're at. It'll be a few days getting parts and stuff, so I'll just wrap up this video now and I'll show you when I get the parts and get things back together. Thanks for watching.